بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على سيد الخلق أجمعين، محمد بن عبد الله النبي والأمين وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. So today we conclude our program, which we had it for almost 3 weeks or 2 weeks from the beginning of Ramadan, from the 4th of Ramadan until today. Okay, I hope that this small session was of great interest for you. Okay, was of great benefit for you. And just I would like to remind you, because we are closing today's class, okay, we speak about the elements we studied. As you know, okay, the program is under the cooperation, supervision of مركز الحي التعليمي بثانوية المندق during Ramadan 1439. Okay. And in this English course for the basis of the language, of the English language, okay, we cover together, as you know, started from the most important element to speak English, to start speaking English, to focus on the language. Through what? Through the sentence, as we spoke about during the previous classes, during the 2 weeks classes. Okay, we set some ideas about the parts of speech. The parts of speech are very important. We have to understand them. We have to realize our understanding from these parts of speech. If we need to speak about the sentence is structured, is composed, is made of those parts of speech. As you know, we have the subject, we have the verb, we have the complement. The subject, verb, complement, as we see here. This is the structure of the sentence. Contains the majority of parts of speech. We have the verb, we have the noun, pronoun, adjective, article, adverb, prepositions, all this. And we have them, as we said from the beginning, from parts of speech. Okay. If any person wants to understand English, he or she, any person, what does he need? He should understand how to make correct sentence or sentences. Making correct sentence or sentences is the first step to be able to speak English language correctly. Okay. So, but this structure, those sentences are constructed, are made, are composed of what? Of the parts of speech. And we spoke from the beginning about the first important part of the speech. It is the noun. Okay, so we had to deal about the noun. What is the noun? Then, how can we use it? After that, we should understand the types of noun. How many types are there? Types or sorts or kinds of noun? What are they? How are they similar to each other? How are they different from each other? Okay, those are the ideas which we had covered in dealing with the noun. We moved to the replacement of the noun. We move to the second one. What is it? The pronoun. As we say, the pronoun. Noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, all these parts are what? Are expressions, are words. Okay? Words of the language. So, we had the pronoun. What is the difference between noun and pronoun? Why we use noun, why we use pronoun? How we use this, how we use that, okay? This is the idea what we had in the second one. We have the definition. What is pronoun? Again, pronoun has several parts, several subparts or subject pronouns. And how many subject pronouns we have? How many subject pronouns we have? 7. Okay. Those 7, can be, as it is here, can be replaced by several nouns, according to the what we call kinds or types or sorts of nouns. Okay. Then from the subject pronouns we have the object pronouns. Then other kinds of pronouns we studied, like the possessive pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, and reflexive or emphasizing pronouns. Okay, as it is in your book. Then after pronoun we moved to the third part of speeches. The third part of speeches, which is again connected with the noun and pronoun to be used in the subject of the sentence. Okay. What is it? The adjective. So we have to know what is adjective. How can we define the adjective? How can we speak about the adjective? Then, how can we use it? How it is used in a sentence. Okay, so this is very important. Also, the adjective, like the noun, is it one single type, single part, or different types, different parts? Okay, we have several types, several kinds of adjectives. And also in the classes, we spoke about the position of the sentence in the adjective in the sentence. The position, where should I put the adjective? How can I use it? What kind of adjective or adjectives? Okay, so you remember that we have how many positions of the sentence, of the adjective in the sentence? 3. Okay, alone after the verb, before the verb and before the noun. Okay, after the verb but before the noun. Okay, these are important elements the person, the learner, should realize, should understand. After the adjective, we move to the most important part of the speeches. Number 4 is the most important part of the speeches. What is it? The verb. The verb. And the verb is the heart. For the sentence, for the language, for English language especially, is the heart. Why? Because there is no English sentence without verb. Sometimes I can get use of subject of the noun, pronoun, adjective, article. Sometimes I don't need them. Okay. In the complement also, we have object, we have adjective, we have adverbial, we have prepositional phrases. Sometimes I can get use of this one or that one. Okay, but can I use an English sentence without a verb? Can I do that? Impossible, no. In this case, this part of speech number 4, so it is perhaps the most important part of the speeches. In the sentence, why? Okay. It is indispensable. It is indispensable to get use of. It is inevitable to be in the sentence. Inevitable. Okay. So this is the verb. What is the verb? Again, like others, it is a word, an expression. All the verbs are expressions. It is a word which is used to, okay, tell me something about the subject, connected with the object or the complement. Okay. But also, there are 3 main functions, 3 main jobs, 3 means ideas for what? For the verb. Okay. To show action or event. Again, to tell us about the position, to tell us about to show position. Okay, with the verb to have, for example. Okay. Lastly, the third essential part is verb to be. Verb to be, which shows a state of being. Speaking about a state of being. Who is he? Who are you? Who are they? Okay. Who am I? So be. So we have 3 essential verbs. We should not forget them at all. Be, do, and have. Action goes with do. Position goes with what? With have. Okay. Last one is be. Okay. Goes with the state of being. The state of being. Al-kaina or taqween. Okay. So we stopped here several times. We speak about this more than one time. Why? Because it is the most important part of the speech. Then we move to number 5, the 5th part. We had the adverb. The adverb. Adverb is the adjective of the verb. Adverb is the adjective of the verb. And as we said, exactly as we spoke about the adjective, we spoke that the adjectives comes, describes, modifies the noun or its replacements. It goes with the noun, it is connected with the noun, it determines the noun. The same, but in a different way. The adverb goes mostly with what? With the verb. Okay, so it describes, it tells about the verb. Only? No. There are other 2 types. It also modifies or describes or speaks about what? an adjective or another adverb. We had examples, we spoke about different examples, and you shared with many beautiful examples. After the adverb, we went to number 6, the preposition. And what we said when we put examples here on the whiteboard about the importance of using prepositions. Prepositions are very important, also, okay, in cases, not in every sentence. Okay, they provide what we call meaningful point, to make meaningful point to the sentence. Sometimes, if you are using a correct format for a sentence, but you are not using the proper preposition, will the sentence be meaningful? Of course, no. So, prepositions are important to relate properly, to connect properly, okay, the different parts of the sentence. Using these parts to make the sentence meaningful, proper, meaningful, okay, and proper. Yes, and we have different types of prepositions as we spoke last time. After that, we moved to the conjunctions, to the linking articles, or let's say linking conjunctions. So conjunctions also similar to the prepositions, but they are different. They have their own specification. Okay. We have and, we have but, we have so, we have or, and many others in your handouts. Okay, and they are also important to link, to relate, to connect. Okay, the words, the parts of the sentence with each other again to make the meaning of the sentence proper or meaningful or correct. And we finished in the last class before today. We finished with the articles. Articles. Again, articles, as we said, like the adjectives, okay, they have